Hi friends, Caitlin here, and today I'm sharing with you the first video in a series that I'm calling Mini Monday Quick Cards. These videos are going to be 5 minutes or less for projects that took me 45 minutes or less, and I know to some people that might not actually be quick, but for me, unfortunately, that's pretty fast. I'm still going to be sharing with you what I'm using and what I'm doing in the video, but these are going to feel less like a tutorial and more like us just hanging out and playing with some crafts. So let me get us caught up on what's happened so far. The stamp set we're using today is the Tiddly Ink Sweet Little Spell set from My Favorite Things. I also grabbed some of my MFT ink cubes, and now I'm going to be blending a background, creating a night sky for our witch to go on. Later I'm going to be die cutting a moon, clouds, and stars from the Simon Says Stamp Night Sky Wafer die set. So earlier you saw me holding that up just to measure to make sure I had enough of that yellow glow that would peek out behind the moon. This is my first time coloring in this stamp set, and I was so excited to get her in the mail this week and get her colored up, but I really wasn't in the mood today to Copic color an entire scene background, so I decided to go with ink blending because for me it's much quicker and generally easier. But with these new blending brushes from Simon Says Stamp, they blend like butter. It's insane how easy it is with these brushes now. I'm going in with the MFT Rolling Cloud stencil to just give a little bit of that cloudy background to the very bottom of my panel. I knew I really wasn't going to be going in to make an actual ground space for her, but I just wanted something to differentiate the top from the bottom of the card. I'm going in with the same inks to ink blend my die cuts, and I just wanted to make sure you know any of the items I'm using today, specific colors and things like that, will all be listed in the description box below. In hindsight, I wish I had ink blended some of that yellow onto a piece of cardstock and cut out my stars, but I didn't think about it at the time, so I just went in with a Copic marker and dotted color onto those. And now I'm going to be tapping on some Perfect Pearl and water mixture onto my card panel and letting the inks react. Now I'm going to start Copic coloring in my witch, and I did use a pretty good range of colors, but definitely tried to keep a more monochromatic palette. You'll see in a second I pull the card over so that when it comes time to start coloring in her dress, I can make sure that I have purples that kind of match the same tone as my background. I wanted everything to be really cohesive and simple. My favorite part about these types of images are how many options there really are for coloring. Like, she could have green skin, she could have blue skin, she could have any type of natural skin tone, light all the way to dark. Like her hat, her hair, her dress, you can really customize these to whoever you're giving it to or whatever mood you're in. I mean, the truth be told, I would bet big money that at some point I will give her a red and green dress and hat and she'll be a Christmas witch. If this is your first video with me, I want you to know from the get-go that I love Halloween. And if this is not your first video with me, then you probably already know that. So I've been trying to toy around with the idea of doing some kind of Halloween series, and I'm just trying to get a feel if it should be like September into October, or if doing it the 2 weeks leading up to Halloween is more fun. I want to create stuff that you guys want to watch, but I also want to make sure that I put it out in enough time that if you want to get anything or make anything, you have time and it's not like on Halloween and you're stuck. So I really want to hear from you guys, so leave me a comment down below or check me out on Instagram at CaitlinAnnaLeeCards and DM me and let me know what you think would be better. If we go September into October, or wait until October and go the 2 weeks leading up until Halloween, or anything else for that matter. Let me know what you think. I added the What's Up Witches sentiment from the same stamp set to the panel, and now I'm just using my witch as a guide while I glue on all my die cut pieces, including those little stars. There are only 3 here, even though you saw me cut out 4 because I lost one to the floor. I couldn't find it. It's gone forever. I trimmed down my whole panel so that it would be able to be framed by this Grapesicle My Favorite Things cardstock, which is a regular standard A2 size card. And that is it for this project today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I had a blast making this card, and I really hope that you had a good time watching it. So I will see you on Friday for our regularly scheduled video, and I hope you have a great week. Happy crafting!